Put your hands together for WonderTruly. Yeah, you can unmute yourself. Oh, dabs, we got dabs. We got dabs. Boom. Wander. Oh. It was an air horn woo combo. Thank you, Mighty Mighty, for those woos. I appreciate it. Wander, how you doing today? My goodness.
Oh, I'm doing so good. I'm stoked to be here.
Well,
Yay!
I'm stoked that you're here too. Lovely Lace, what's up? What's up? Oh, I forgot I even had a clap command. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for being here. And I might have missed some of you guys. I've been stammering for minutes. So, Petra Core Collective, hello. Nice to see you. Welcome. Thank you for being here. I truly appreciate it.
Oh, Moving Dutchman's here.
Yeah, Moving
Yay!
Dutchman. One of the first to get here. Moving Dutchman was here, and appreciate that. Moving Dutchman actually won a patch on Monday when Sarah Jazz was on, and they have decided to donate it back to the community.
Aww.
So, out of the kindness of their heart, they have decided. But I thank you, Moving Dutchman. I appreciate you playing last time and for being here again for Wander. I think we raided you last time. Anyways, where are you moving to, Dutchman? Okay, all right. I'm gonna talk to Wander now. Oh my gosh. So, how was your day so far? My goodness.
Oh my gosh. My day started out super late because I was up super late. I've been doing a special songwriting challenge for February. It's called, and I've never heard about it before, but apparently it's gone on for well over a decade. And it's called February Album Writing Month, FAWM. And it's FAWM.org. And a friend of mine, Gene Mann, introduced me to it, and I decided on a whim to go ahead and take that challenge because, I can't not do all the things.
I gotta do everything.
I've been doing so much writing and just writing a bunch of songs, and they tend to come really late at night when I'm trying to go to sleep. So I was up really late last night writing one, but it's a good one. So
when an idea strikes you at night, is it like forget about sleep because like you're juiced up, or do you have to like build yourself out of a groggy time and like, let's get this done? Like, how is it for you? Does your mind like sort of force you into this like creative venture where like you just get energized and you get juiced up, or is it like, okay, let's do this, I gotta get this out of my head? How does it work?
Absolutely. I get so hyped. It's very much like, have you or has anybody in chat, are you guys familiar with the book Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert?
I am not. I don't know about chat though.
It's a fantastic book. It's about like art and creating, and how you have to acknowledge that like you have a right to make art. Like, you don't have to be good enough. There is no good enough. And there's this amazing idea, which I absolutely subscribe to, that's like ideas and creativity is like a living, breathing force. And if an idea comes to you and offers itself to you, if you don't pluck it out of the air right there and do something with it, it's going to go to somebody else. It's not going to wait for you.
Yeah.
And so absolutely every time one comes to me, I have to take it, and I have to work with it. So I get really excited.
How many times did you be like, I'll remember that, and then never remember that again?
Enough to have learned my lesson.
Enough to have known that I don't fuck around. Yeah. No, that's really interesting. What's the name of that book again? I'd love to read that.
It's Big Magic. I'm putting it in chat, by Elizabeth Gilbert. And if you guys are audiobook people, which I definitely am, because I need to have my hands free to do stuff in order to focus. She narrates the audiobook herself, and it's a fantastic read.
Oh, I'm sorry. You got deleted there, Wander. It looks like Streamlabs don't like those links. But
I didn't post a link.
It's just mad. I don't know what happened. I upped my censoring whatever because we've been having a lot. Thank you for redoing that. I was doing that. I had to redo it because like for whatever reason every spammer likes to come in my channel and be like, do you want to be famous? You want 1,000 followers? Like, no.
Yup.
But yeah, fellow Big Magic Elizabeth. Okay, sweet. Yeah. Anyways, what were we just talking about? We're talking about Big Magic.
Talking about reading, and Bonnie asked if Is this a good question? Do I read a lot? Yes, I do. I try to read voraciously and compulsively. Um, the last couple of years, my goals were to read one book a month at least. And this year, I've relaxed on that. In the last few months, I've relaxed on it just because I have a lot more going on,
Yeah.
and I need my brain to be able to breathe a bit more with the pressures of COVID and pandemic and being stressed out about that just as a constant level.
Yeah, yeah, it's definitely a constant. Moving Dutchman, thank you so much for that sub. I appreciate it. You've been very generous here. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. Yeah, no, reading is the shit. Like that I've been reading I've been reading some it's the books that inspired Game of Thrones, but it's about like the French monarchy back in like the 1300s, and it's fucking dope. It's so dope.
That's
It's
awesome.
so drama. It's so great. It like you could totally see where George R. R. Martin got it, got his whole thing. So I've been just reading these books like crazy, just going nuts, and I can't get enough of them. It's funny because when we last met, we were in a sushi restaurant in Eugene that you put in the chat, and we were talking about actually a book about creativity. It was Stephen Pressfield's book, the War of Art. And what was really funny about that moment, because I kind of went back and listened to the podcast just a refresher. And why we're talking about the War of Art, because Stephen Pressfield wrote what the hell is that? The Legend of Bagger Vance, and that movie happened to be on while we were talking about the book in that moment. Like,
Whoa.
we acknowledged it, and you're like, whoa, I think that's the movie. You looked over my shoulder and saw it playing on the TV. You're like, I think that's the movie. And I was like, holy shit, that is. And so it was just such a really weird, interesting moment that involved books about creativity. I don't know. I just thought that was really fun. Those moments happen so much on the road. I don't know. Do you have those moments when you're traveling a lot where you're just sort of, it's almost like things sort of just line up sometimes, and sometimes they go really wrong, obviously. But God, this stupid pop filter is terrible. But those moments where you're just, where it seems like, I don't know, like happenstance is happening, like you're supposed to be there, and all these weird things are happening. Does that happen to you while you travel and while you're doing stuff?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, right place, right time. And I feel like I also feel like the universe is a bit transactional when it is, when for those specific moments of things like working out. I feel like it's a transaction where you either already paid for it with previous suffering, or you're gonna pay for it later.
Do you guys see the follow bar in her face? Does that show up for you guys?
Mm-hmm.
It does show up. I hate that follow bar. Stupid follow bar.
Well, if everybody watching follows, then we'll get the follow bar to go away.
Yeah, there we go. Everybody,
Stay fresh.
there we go. Staying fresh to death. Yeah. Well, can you kind of go into that a little bit? What do you mean by transactional?
Okay, so like for instance, I am on this crazy songwriting rampage after over a year of dry spell. And like even before that, I wasn't writing a whole lot. I only had little pockets. And surprisingly, a lot of the songs that I'm writing in this rampage are like really good, which I didn't think was supposed to happen. I thought like the good ones just came occasionally, and then you had to write bad stuff to get the good stuff in.
Right.
And I'm like, man, I'm a little bit nervous because this is a really good long streak. And so I already put in my payment and I collected interest, and that's why this is going so well, or I'm going to pay for this later. And that's sort of like a spiritual expounding upon, like I have manic depression. And so whenever I have like a really good experience and I get like really hyped, my adrenaline's up and like everything works out really well, I usually end up paying for it later with a depressive slump.
Yeah.
Just like energetically, or vice versa, is like when I've had a really long depressive slump, as soon as something good happens, it's like, oh, thank God. And I just get so happy because of it.
Yeah, it's like refilling your gas tank or something. You deplete it, and then you sort of have to fill it back up.
Hmm.
I could see why all of last year you weren't writing. I mean, all of last year was just such a shit show, and I don't I you know, I hats off to the people who are out there just pumping out the creativity. But my God, it was such a weird time to create last year that I don't hold anybody accountable for not. Like it kind of like how you say you don't have to be creative all the time. You don't have to be there, but when the moments do strike, you got to sort of capture them. Um, what what's that moment? What are you looking for when that moment strikes? What triggers you in that moment when you're like, this is what I got to do now?
Oh, you mean like when like the switch happens?
Yeah, when the muse strikes.
Okay, when the muse strikes. So I am now thankfully in a really, really good like physical space. A couple of years ago, my partner and I moved to Phoenix, Arizona, where we could afford a nice apartment with, more than more than one room that is also the bedroom and the living room and the kitchen.
Right.
Um, and so I have this beautiful space to create in, and so I have furnished it. Like I still have a couple plants in here, and I recently have I keep all my instruments out all the time. And this is also a privilege I can now afford because I'm not gigging all the
Yeah.
time. Whereas like before, everything always had to be ready to go. So it was
Right.
always like in everything had to be in its cases all the time.
Right. Right.
But now because I have everything out, and then I recently set up my little recording station back. Yeah, you can see it back there.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's really just like being poised for it and like being in position to like when the muse comes, I don't have to waste time like where's my notebook, where's my pen, where's my guitar.
Yeah.
I just have everything there and I can just pick it up and go. And that's usually how it goes. Like I'll get, yeah, you want to come be part of the interview? All right,
Yeah.
everybody, cat cam.
Hey, 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 hey.
Everybody, this is Piper. She's she always likes to interrupt our streams. But anyway, yeah. So usually I'll get like a phrase. It
Mm,
starts with a phrase in my head, and then I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And so I'll write that down and then expound upon it. That's the start of the process.
mm. But how can you how do you it's just something comes to you and it just lights something up in you and you're just like, oh, okay, that's interesting. Kitty cat.
Yeah, for sure.
Piper is a cute cat.
She is.
She doesn't look overweight. She just looks fluffy.
She's extremely fluffy.
I
Yeah.
thought she was fat, but like, yeah, there's something about fat cats that I really like, which is really unfortunate. I've always told my wife I want like a pug or a bulldog, an English bulldog, just so I can like overfeed it and have it
Oh
fat, and it's
no.
just walking around going like it's just
Oh
so cute,
no.
but it's horrible. Like
Yeah.
and my wife's sitting there like, why would you spend $1,200 on something that you're going to torture to death for your own amusement? It's like,
She's got
well,
a point.
I don't know because it's so cute. It's called. Okay, the worst, yeah. But of course I have not done that. Our last dog died of old age, and she was
Oh.
amazing. And so I don't overfeed my animals. Everybody, I'm not a cruel asshole for my own amusement. How dare you? I know. It's rude. Uh, I oh my, come on. All right. What prompted you to move to Arizona out of all the places? Because when I met you, you were based out of Seattle, correct?
Mhm.
And then now you're in Arizona. So I know you mentioned that it's cheaper, but was there any other factors that sort of was involved? Like, how did you end up in Arizona? Do you like know people there or something? Like, it's just such a weird change. I guess it's not that weird, but I mean, from like the Pacific Northwest to the desert, in my mind, is an
Mhm.
extreme change. So,
It is extreme. Yeah.
uh,
So I was on the road pretty consistently from the end of 2015 through the end of 2019. So about 4 years consistently on the road, and that was because I couldn't afford to settle down and stay in Seattle. There's not really gigs in Seattle, and so when I was home, I was driving an average of like 2 hours to a gig and 2 hours back.
Wow.
And so I was like, all my time was with gigging, and I like, not only could I not financially afford to have a place, but I couldn't even afford my time. It wouldn't have made sense to have a nice home space for myself.
Right.
And it was starting to get a little old because I was like, I'd really like to not be so overworked and exhausted and be so drained by driving all the time.
Yeah.
Where could I live that would be conducive to being just like a hub where I can have regular gigs during the week and go on tour when I want to?
Right.
And uh, so, but being on the road consistently sort of afforded this lovely option of just scouting out places. And anytime I found a place I liked, I would just book more gigs there and come back to it and stay there longer and longer.
Yeah.
And Phoenix happened to be the spot where I just like, people were really helpful and really friendly, and I made friends really quickly and in the music scene, and they were really, really willing to help me out and get me connected. And Phoenix happens to be one of the only, if not the only place that you can live affordably and make a decent living as a musician, because there's so many like resorts and there's patio culture, and like most restaurants here will have live music, which is awesome. And most places do pay for it, albeit not a whole lot, but they do pay close to a living wage for it.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, I've come to love Phoenix. Like I think 2019, I toured the whole Southwest with my reggae band, and they have like, which is really funny to think about, is that they have like quite a reggae scene there in Phoenix. We played at, oh, not Ricky's other place. It's where the hell is that place? I can't think of it. Who cares? Whatever. But we played with this reggae band, and it was so fun. Like I don't know. Like, did you move to Phoenix? Like it was just one of those things that you were like, hey, I'm gonna go there because they have this scene, or was it like we gotta find a cheaper place to live that's a city I can work in? Like did you research this? Like I'm just curious on how like Phoenix sort of even got on your radar.
Yeah, so my first Phoenix gig was in 2015 on my very first tour, and it was definitely just like a bunch of cold calling. And I managed to get on a bill with somebody who's now one of my best friends, Corby. And she ended up being my connection for a lot of the returning to the area over the following 4 years.
Yes.
And it was just, yeah, like the atmosphere and the weather for sure helps. Yeah, it's basically like when you have the agency and the choice to pick a place you want to live, just like with every decision, it's like, okay, everything is going to suck. So which flavor of this sucking can I put up with?
Right. Well, and especially if it's a place that's affordable to live, right? It's like, because Seattle, I love Seattle. Howdy, Howard Corey. Thank you for being here. Yeah, like I love Seattle. Like I like the weather's not the best, but like I love the vibe. I love the food. The people there are cool. Like it's a cool city. You know, there's music and all that stuff, which is actually really funny that you said that that you didn't really gig within the city. Let's circle back to that, but it's just because I had that same similar thing in San Diego, where it's like weather's awesome, music's great. You know, like I lived in OB, so like I've
OB.
OB, what's up?
OB House is where it's at.
Where is it?
OB Noodle House?
Oh yeah, I love the Noodle House. I love the Noodle House. I love Winston's. Winston shut down from the pandemic. I love that whole thing. You played the farmers market, didn't you? Play the farmers market or something?
Yeah,
yeah.
That was where it's at.
Yeah, these puns are terrible. Yo, Seattle is the shit. But we had that same thing where it was like we had to sort of figure out. Me and my wife had to figure out like, okay, San Diego is just becoming unmanageable. That we weren't really able to gig within the city as well, and you know, we were just like, well, the Midwest, we'll just go to the Midwest, I guess. And, when we got here, it was amazing. Things were great. But as soon as the pandemic hit, it's like you really realize that you're in a shithole of a place. And I'm not trying to shit on anybody from the Midwest.
No, same here. I feel yeah. It's
But not
the
and not
flavor
and even
of people.
yeah, like the city I live in is like Trump town, which I'm not against Trump supporters or whatever. I'm just saying, just to give you a precedent of the kind of people that this place attracts. There's a flag down the street from me that says Trump 2024, take America back. So I'm just trying to paint a picture here, okay? I don't care about your political affiliations, whatever. It's all good, but I'm just painting a picture for you. It's a really interesting place to be. But again, once the pandemic hit and all of our gigs dried up, my wife was working at this amazing theater who's owned by Jeff Daniels. Jeff Daniels is the not Jim Carrey guy in Dumb and Dumber, for anybody. The other one. Yeah, the other guy, the dumber. That's who Jeff Daniels is. So she was working at this theater owned by him and doing well and really it was great. But it was but as soon as this pandemic came, like everything dried up and we're just like, wow, now we just live in a shithole where we can't eat anything good and it's just like ugh. But I'm curious. I'm just reflecting off of what you were saying. It's like you kind of got to take the good with the bad with the good, whatever, like there's going to be certain aspects to, especially moving to a place that's more affordable. Now, on the upside, we were able to, at the drop of a dime, go out and get a bunch of expensive equipment to start streaming because of the pandemic, because we were able to afford where we live, because we live in a place that's sensible in price of living, which the West Coast is not a sensible place, especially during the pandemic. Why weren't you able to gig in Seattle? It's such a musical city.
I mean, it's the same. It's consistent up and down the West Coast and the East Coast. They're all very liberal communities, and musicians flock to liberal communities, and also. Especially in Washington State, you got a bunch of people moving with the tech migration, and those people have money, and they just drop their money on instruments, and they just want to play. They want to play anywhere, and open mics aren't good enough for them. They still want to play like places, but they'll do it for free because they don't need the money from it. Right. And on the flip side of that coin, you have broke artists who are committed to the starving artist fallacy, and they're so desperate to be seen and heard that they'll play for nothing as well. And so there really isn't room for gigging musicians unless you're doing like the wedding hustle, unless you happen to have the connections to do corporate things. But even then, like that is such a grind. It's so difficult in Seattle. It's ridiculous. And again, like extremely incestuous, just because there's confirmation bias, both in the like rich tech people who have their guitars, and in the starving artist people, and it's like there's no crime rate in Seattle. The crime rate is mostly on the shoulders of the police force there, but we won't. We don't gotta go into that.
Yeah, we don't have to go there.
So it really just like it's difficult to find a place where artists self-respect themselves enough to demand to be paid, and where businesses are still out to make a partnership instead of just exploiting artists because artists want to be exploited.
Please exploit me. I just want attention.
I mean, yeah, dude.
Just a little. No, I can see that. I could definitely see that. There was definitely, I mean, the thing about San Diego that I really enjoyed is that I was able to work, but it was definitely not always in the city itself. I would definitely have to go out to North County or down south near Chula or just outside the city itself, and rarely was I actually performing like downtown or in one of the one of the hot spots in town. So it really, I mean, that was the thing about San Diego, though, I still got to give it love, is because I was able to work, and all my friends were able to work. They were able to pay rent with the money they made from working. So it's that's really interesting. It's really interesting how different cities can be. I mean, San Diego, I don't feel like has ever really been known for this huge music scene. So I feel like maybe this burgeoning scene where people are actually getting paid and actually making a living and paying these exorbitant amounts of rent just by playing music. Maybe it's because of a burgeoning scene, because Seattle has just been saturated for fucking 30 years or something, right? Like
Right. Yeah. People move there for the legend of the scene without being willing to actually like invest in the community and like making the community itself stronger.
Yeah.
So that it's sustainable.
When you were there, were musicians supportive of each other? Were musicians, or was it kind of like cliquey and like backstabby because the gigs were kind of, sparse? Or how was it? Like, how was the community of that city?
So the thing that really, really set Phoenix apart from Seattle is very much like, I'll do you favors after you do me favors. And so people don't really pay attention to you unless you go to their gigs first.
Mm-hmm.
Like unless you're willing to show up and support them.
Right.
And like I wasn't able to because I was gigging all the time and like driving all over the place. And so I was always pretty disconnected from the Seattle scene.
Right.
And also because like everybody wants to jam and jamming is usually just extremely masturbatory. Like, so gross. I'm not about it.
Oh man, go ahead.
Whereas like in Phoenix, I was so surprised and so touched because a bunch of the people that I spoke to and made friends with they like took initiative and they're like, oh, you're new. It's a lot like the Twitch music community, right? Where it's like, oh, you're new. I want to help you. I want to build you up. Here's who you should talk to. Like, go join this Discord and like we'll have so-and-so raid you. And like all the musician friends that I made in Phoenix would bring their friends and their families to my gigs that they helped me get. And it was so encouraging and so refreshing.
I love that.
Yeah.
I totally got that vibe from Phoenix. I totally got that vibe. The reggae scene, the reggae dudes, they were there. They were so like, dude, come back. We got gigs for you. And we had planned on doing it, but the pandemic. Yeah, absolutely. I completely got that vibe out there. Like the Arizona vibe and the whole reggae thing is the Phoenix jazz scene is gross though. Oh, okay. Why is the Phoenix jazz scene gross?
Okay. Do you want a story? How much time do we have? Do you want me to go on this little tangent?
Of course I do. This is what we're here for, Wonder. We want to hear the grossness of the Phoenix jazz scene.
All right. So don't get me wrong, like I love jazz. I love the idea of jazz. I don't hate all jazz players. But unfortunately, just like how like if you close your eyes and you picture like a woman singer-songwriter, you think like the flowing locks and the floppy hat and the like, frilly dress, and they write the sad songs, right?
Right.
And if you lychee, and if you close your eyes and you picture like jazz savant, it's generally not somebody who's like, I'm here to collaborate. I'm here to support. I am here to provide backup. Jazz, my experience with most men, jazz musicians, is they are very much there to try and steal the spotlight. And they have this attitude of, you're nothing without me.
Ugh.
When so my agency here, when I first got to Phoenix, they would pair me with trios because a lot of the resorts that I play at and got my work at, they do like some solo nights and then a lot of like rock trio nights, pop rock trio nights, and it would be like me on vocals and guitar, and then a drummer and a bassist. Well, unfortunately, the person I'm about to throw under the bus right now is a bassist.
Unless it's a bassist.
Jazz bassists are the worst creatures on the planet, unless they're women, because women jazz bassists have to put up with all the men jazz bassists.
It's true. I mean,
It's
Esperanza
true.
Spalding is amazing, and I can't imagine the amount of mansplaining that she's had to endure in her lifetime,
Mm-hmm.
especially coming out of an institution like Berkeley College for music.
Mm-hmm.
So it,
Yes.
so yeah, I respect that. I can get on that. I can get behind that. I know a couple jazz bassists who are fucking douchey as fuck.
So this guy that my agency put me with for a couple of gigs was like a friend of the agent, has worked with the agent several times, has done a bunch of gigs here. He's from New York, and everybody that I asked about him, when I was like, what's this guy's deal? Like, what should I do? What should I do to prepare to do this gig with him? Everybody was like, oh, he's a jazz guy from New York. That's just how he is. And it's like, that does not set the scene well for
Hey,
me
that's
for
not
what that's going to look like.
that's not a great
And like,
excuse at all.
right away this guy asked for like tabs, and so I made him tabs instead of what I usually do is I'll just like call out the key,
Mm,
right? Because if you're a professional jazz musician from New York, generally all you need is the key to, riff around with.
yes.
And that's sort of the point of being like an improv trio that isn't paid to rehearse,
Right.
is you need to be able to improvise. But anyways, I digress. um so the very first so I sent this guy tabs. I spent like an entire day making him tabs, and he
Oh, thank you for that
oh,
follow,
right
Jeff.
on.
So
Oh,
Jeff
Jeff Ross,
Ross.
what up?
Jeff
Jeff Ross
Ross.
is a buddy from Seattle
Oh, Jeff
who
Ross.
also moved to Arizona
Hey, got on the AZ train.
on the AZ train.
Yeah,
So this guy shows up late, with a broken cable, so that anytime he moved or adjusted just a tiny bit, his amp would make this horrible sound, like horrible, very loud, broken sound.
yeah.
Um, and he did not print out my tabs, and he had not told me that he hadn't printed out my tabs. And instead, he was like, "Here are my tabs. Let's do these songs." And I was like, "No,
What?
they're paying us to do up-tempo pop songs, and these are all very chill coffee house songs
Oof.
that we're not supposed to play. What are you doing?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "Well, what are you looking at your charts from?" And I was like, "My iPad." And he was like, "Well, can I have your iPad?" I was like,
My iPad, bro.
"No." So he shows up late. He's like schmoozing with the bartender. We do this terrible set. Halfway through the first set, he comes over to me while we're mid song. He looks over my shoulder at my iPad, even though I've told him the chords, I've told him the key, and he starts humming very loudly off key in my ear while I'm trying to play this song with him. And then on our breaks, he kept intercepting the audience members who wanted to come up and talk to me because it was the WonderTruly trio, and I was the singer. And nobody, honestly, like, I love accompanists. I love them to death. I appreciate them so much. I appreciate what they bring to the table. I don't need them. I don't.
Hey.
It is a privilege to have them.
Mm-hmm.
I do not need them.
Yeah.
And so it is extremely insulting when someone comes in with the attitude of like, you're nothing without me. Like I am the reason people are here.
Oof. That.
And I had to play several gigs with him, and every single time was worse.
Oh my god.
I have a very low opinion of men jazz bassists, and that is my rant for today. That's my one.
Well, don't let just one ruin it for all of them. But I do know, again, I do know a few jazzy bass douchers that I don't know if they're that rude. They're professional, but they're not. You know, like, because you could be a douche but be professional. But that's the thing. It's like, what I've noticed is that if you're a douche and you're that shitty, it's like you're not working. Although this guy, you know, I don't know, maybe he's working because he can read tabs, which that when you say tabs, New York jazz bass guy, it's like tabs. What? Tabs? Like, wait.
Exactly.
Tabs?
Yeah.
You're asking for tabs? Why are you asking me for tabs? Shouldn't you have like a fake book with like music notes and shit? It's like, and for anybody that doesn't know what tabs are, tablatures are a way of notating that is a little bit easier for people to understand. It's like, it goes by numbers and frets and stuff. So it's another way of notating things in music, just for anybody who doesn't know what tabs are. Thank you, Pizza Man. I'm glad that you that I could inform you. And by the way, Pizza Jams, I'm sorry about the Discord today. I had it all screwed up, but you should be able to access the stuff. Taddy Panda, thank you so much for being here. Was that Wonder story time? It was, but we have plenty of story time for you guys. So don't fret. We have plenty of story time. So enjoy your lurk, Taddy. Oh yeah, look at those lips. What are they doing? What's happening there? What did Bonnie say? She said anus lips. Yeah, they hate us because they anus lips. Uh, so I like that you pointed out that Phoenix has sort of this like encompassing music scene, and you sort of brought it to Twitch because I'm like I'm like you. I come from a different a different world, and when you see musicians going out of their way for you, and or other streamers going out of their way for you to like help you or to get you raids or whatever it is that they do, or help you with tech, it does not ring. That does not transfer over in the IRL, because coming from music, especially coming at music from a time that when I first moved to San Diego, San Diego's music scene was kind of fucked. It was not. It was very disparate. It was just like mid 2000s. So like, and by the time I left the scene, it was amazing. Hey Kuru, thank you so much for that follow. I appreciate it. I want to put my follower bar back up, but I don't want to get in the way of people's faces. But that idea of musicians helping, I don't come from that world as much, and towards the end of coming up towards the pandemic and before I left, the San Diego music scene was amazing. You had musicians supporting each other. You didn't like it?
No, I'm sad for you. Like I totally get it.
Oh,
Keep going.
oh no, for me it was awesome. Behind the Suit, what's up, baby? Can we get a shout out for Behind That Suit too? But it was awesome. I loved it. I was in a community. I was playing in the reggae community. I was having just a blast doing it. And so it was great when times are good, but when times are bad or when gigs are sparse, people change, and it's different. It's a different scene. And that's what I saw happen with San Diego over the time period that I was there. When you came to Twitch and you saw how people were very friendly, was that off-putting to you? I mean, I don't know. I don't want to call it off-putting. I don't want to call people being friendly to me off-putting. But like when you're used to a certain kind of treatment as a musician and an artist, how did that affect you? I mean, did you notice? Like, how did how did that affect you when you came to Twitch and you were like, and people were just like, hey, let me help you with these very complicated things.
It was so overwhelming. Like,
Yeah,
and it definitely flares up that imposter syndrome, right? Of like, oh my God, I these people, they think I'm something and I'm not that thing. And I have to try to deliver to be that person that everybody thinks I am.
Right.
And they're going to find out and they're all going to leave. Whereas now that I realize that it is a proper community and I know how it works and I see how, like, honestly, and this is what I love so much, and this is what I think music should be, is that we support each other regardless of like level of talent, right? Or like level of skill. And it's definitely just a relational, I don't even want to say fan base, but like a relational like connection and love that becomes very mutual and is based on like the person and what that artist can give to the community. And that's what fosters that growth and that connection. And I just think that is like the most incredible, beautiful thing. It's what I've always wanted my career to look like. And now having that tangibly is just like, whoa.
Right. Because as a musician, as a traveling musician, like it's your dream to be able to just show up at these places and people are gathered there to see you and they want to pay for a ticket to come see your show. And we got the kitty cat back, and it's just such a hard grind of like travel and expenses and shitty hotels and broken
What
equipment.
hotels?
Yeah,
You
exactly.
got hotels?
You know, I'm a little fancy. I'm a little fancy. But no, I've definitely had to sleep in the van. So like I know what it's like to sleep in the van in Monterey where it's cold as fuck at night. Sally,
Oh,
thank you.
Monterey.
Yeah, I
I
love
love
Monterey,
Monterey.
right? You can't go wrong with Monterey. Sally, thank you so much for that follow. I appreciate it. Thank you for jumping up in
If you
there.
guys aren't following Sally, she is a phenomenal artist and just super fun and sweet to hang out with. And she also has a gremlin cat named Morgan. So
Ooh,
11 out of 10. Go follow Sally.
I like it. Here's a shout out for everyone to go and kick it with Sally. And shit, what were we talking about? Anyways, the Twitch scene, I definitely I love it. So let's get into it. What sort of prompted you to come over to the platform? What's go? Tell me, how did you end up here on Twitch?
Oh boy. I want to hear your answer first. How'd you end up here?
Well, I knew about Twitch for a while. Me and Reina both have. In fact, Reina started a Twitch channel about 3 or 4. No, it's been like 4 years ago now, maybe even 5. A while back when we were still in California, and she was just gonna read books and shit on it. She was like, I'm just gonna read books on it, and I'll just have fun with it, whatever. And back then there was not really a music category yet. Oh no, they had just added the music category back then. So we never did anything with it. And then the pandemic came and we saw all of our friends on Facebook doing the Facebook stream shuffle, like trying to hustle up some grub. And and we were just like, oh, what is up with this Twitch thing? So we started going and checking out Twitch and checking out the different streamers. And I mean, we were definitely sold pretty quickly because in the beginning of the pandemic, when all of our gigs dried up and life seemed kind of scary and crazy, we found a lot of comfort and solace in like hanging out in streamers like with just Joe and with the Fantastic Plastics, who I love to death. They're just amazing. And we just found so much community and love in the Twitch scene, especially at a time that was very sad and very dark for musicians in general. It was just a very dark time for anybody who's being creative. So Reina started streaming. What was it, Reina? Was it in April? Yeah. Or did you buy Twitch? Twitch bought you, or did you buy Twitch? Well, I had to buy. Yeah, Jeff Bezos bought Twitch. We definitely had to buy into Twitch. It was definitely some in Soviet Russia. Twitch join you. Definitely have to buy into it, but it was great, and Reina was able to do this community, and then in June I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do this, because as soon as the pandemic hit, I was like, I just checked out and I went straight into work mode, and I just started building out my website, and I just started doing all this shit. So I was like, why not expand out to Twitch? And here we are. And now I have completely created like a 40-hour work week that's just the podcast, which I'm not getting paid a 40-hour work week, but I'm not complaining. Because I mean, I love my podcast, and the podcast has been around for 6 years, and this has been so cool to be stupid. This has been so cool to be able to like visualize this and to make it into a video scene. So it was really just, we saw the writing on the wall. I think that's the best answer you could say, is because I honestly think that this is where things are going anyways. I know that shit's going to open up, but like, I think that the box has been opened, and I don't think people are going to get back in the box. I think that music streaming is out there. People know it's a viable way to do something, and it's a great way to get your name out there. And and the amount of control over atmosphere and the nuance that you can put into a performance is just so incredible because I mean, when you're doing those beautiful Thank you for those moves. When you're doing those beautiful loops and you're doing your harmonies and you have all these like quiet noises that are really just beautiful to the ears, what happens to those beautiful nuances in a bar where people are clacking and screaming and go ah! and like fighting and puking on each other? It goes nowhere. It's nowhere. It's just you might as well take a shit on stage, is because it's like, those situations aren't always the most ideal, and I feel like this platform offers like an ideal situation that I would love to. I mean, I love hanging out in streams. I love playing music. I love doing this. But yeah, that was a very long, drawn out answer, Wander. You shouldn't have asked me a question. See, this is about you, not about me. By the way, everybody who came from my channel, make sure you follow Reina Mystique. Badass musician, chillest, most loving vibes. I agree. Let's get a shout out for Reina Mystique. So now,
don't sound like that.
now it's your turn. How did you end up here?
So I also had an account existing for a while.
Oh, nice.
Just because I used to stream a lot on Periscope.
Yeah.
And I had PJ streams on Periscope, actually. Like when my insomnia was really, really bad. I would just like grab my ukulele and sit on the kitchen floor at my family's house in Seattle where I lived, and just like very quietly play and sing to the other insomniacs of Periscope.
Yes.
And I also first started trying to stream here on Twitch in April, but it was like an act of desperation, right? It's like, oh no, all my gigs dried up. I should still try to keep playing music. So I'm going to multi-stream on Facebook and Periscope and Twitch and see what happens there. And like, nothing really happened, and it was giving me a lot more anxiety than otherwise. I think just because like it was so tumultuous and my mental health was just not ready for a new platform.
Yeah.
But like,
I get that so much. I get that. Please finish.
Yeah, it's like you're ready when you're ready, right? Like you can convince. I have a couple friends that I've been trying to coax onto Twitch, and some of them just don't want to listen to what it is, and they have their own ideas about what Twitch is, and they're very stubborn, and they're just not going to. And some people want to and are slowly working their way there. My beautiful boyfriend Jimothy, who is the hunk of !hunk on my channel, he's been trying to get me onto Twitch forever because he was a full-time Twitch gamer a couple of years ago, and he's been telling me over and over, like, you should do Twitch, like people will love you, you'll be really successful there, and it'll take off a lot of your stress about gigging. You should do Twitch. And I was just like, I'm not ready for that yet. Like, I'm not ready to start over a hustle. I'm not ready to, like, I was still healing, because once pandemic hit and my gigs got taken away, I realized that I was actually in like a really, really toxic work environment, because even though the work here where I live was plentiful, it was like a really awful, just like hunk say woo. It was like for instance, so January 2020, before pandemic, sort of the nail in the coffin was somebody at one of the resorts I'd played at for years had it out for me and started telling lies to my agency about like me being rude or like being too loud or being this and that and the other, just things that were like absolutely not true. And my agency, instead of talking to me about it, gave me a warning.
Oh my God.
And so the next time that I played at that resort, I was like walking on eggshells. I was like super nervous. I didn't know who'd ratted me out. And so I played super, super quietly. And I like kind of like I tried to keep to myself. And I was viscerally like very scared.
Right.
Because, and also it was like really triggering because things like that have happened to me before. There were people who tried to get me fired when I worked on ships, and like somebody lied to my manager at one point and was like, Wonder was calling people a bitch on stage.
Oh my
I was
god.
like, I was absolutely not.
Oh my god.
But it happened again
Ugh.
after I played at the resort the next time. Another complaint to my agency was she was really rude to everybody. Seemed like she didn't want to be there, was like really unhappy, played
Ew.
too quietly. And so my agency, again, instead of talking to me and asking me how it went, they just removed me from the roster
Ugh.
for that resort.
What the
Um
fuck?
and it was heartbreaking because I loved the staff there. I thought I had a really good relationship there, and then all of a sudden it was just like out of the blue. Um and it like really solidified that my like unfortunately the agency that I used to work for was like really sexist. I was one of like two or three women musicians who had stayed on.
Whoa.
Everybody else had left.
Wow.
Um, and it was super toxic. I was trying to get in with another agency, and they were like doing really shady things, like, "Oh, we're all booked out until like April." And then like when I followed up with them at the day they told the month they told me to follow up, they were like, "Oh, we're all booked out until da 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 da," and
Yeah.
it just like kept going and kept going.
Right.
And then they did this really weird like, oh, like we'd love to consider you, and this is not required for us to book you, but like you should come over to my house and film a video, film a music video and like jam
Whoa.
with me. And I was like, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, I'm not gonna like come to your house and audition for you at
Mm-hmm.
your house.
Yeah, that's
Like,
really fucking weird and creepy.
yeah, super creepy. And then they like were telling me all these lies, like, oh no, we're booked up, we're booked up. And then my friends would reach out to me and be like, "Oh, I heard you're looking for work, but so and so is actually looking for musicians." And it
Ugh.
was it was them. So like having a hard stop when pandemic hit was just like I finally let myself feel that trauma that I had
Hmm.
been putting off because I needed to play to
Right.
survive,
Right.
right? And it's like you really can't afford. I know, Sally. Yeah. You can't afford to feel those feelings when you have to stay in that situation for survival, right? That's like trauma 101.
Right. Right.
um and so I was finally allowing myself to feel it, and I like was losing my confidence in music and like my ability to play and my ability to like reach an audience. And I just like I needed that time to heal. And so my beautiful boyfriend was still like, you need to do Twitch, you need to do Twitch, you need to do Twitch. And I was like, I know, I'm going to eventually. I'm not ready right now. Because I'm not done being depressed.
I'm not done being depressed. Oh, mighty, mighty! Did you just?
Mighty, mighty.
Oh, how dare you, mighty, mighty! Just gifted 5 subs, mighty, mighty! Oh my god! Oh my
Oh,
gosh! You
oh,
guys
mighty,
are
mighty.
so
Thank
nice.
you. You gifted them to my community. Oh my goodness. Thank you. All my squad gets the subs. Yay.
This is for mighty, mighty. Oh, Sally, welcome to the fresh fam. We
Yay.
staying fresh.
Awesome.
Mighty. That was for you, Mighty. Thank you so much. That was wonderful. Oh, what is it? Lychee? Is that how you say
Yeah,
it?
lychee.
Lychee. Welcome to the Fresh Fam. Welcome. I hope you enjoy those.
I know, Sally.
Yeah. Oh, by the. Oh, I'm gonna just let it play. Lights and plants. Welcome to the Fresh Fam. Glad to have you here. Welcome. I'm gonna give a. There we go.
Yay, mighty, mighty.
His lips. It's so stupid. What is going on there?
But anyway, like all that context to say that in August I finally made myself a deadline because I realized that I was dragging my feet. Woo woo. And I set a deadline and I was like, I'm gonna start streaming on Twitch in November. And so that was when I started mentally preparing myself. And it took 3 months to do it.
Right.
But I did, and I did it, and I finally started in November, and it was a hot mess. And it was a hot mess for several weeks, but then we made affiliate in like 3 weeks, which was ridiculous.
Yeah, that's
and
pretty
it's just been a steady build since. And I got my second Twitch payout today, and I was able to pay my car payment with that. And that's like, yeah, I never would have thought, 4 months ago. Yeah, exactly.
That is so tight. I love that. Thank you for those biddies. Thank you for those subs. Mighty Mighty, you're killing it. You're killing it. JDCH, thank you so much for that follow as well. And Tatty Panda, I appreciate that follow. Thank you so much, you guys. I guess the things are a little late, or we just had a lot go on. Yeah, so that's really interesting that you started in April, but it was just a little bit too much for you.
Here we go. The woo train.
Just keep it. We're just gonna keep it going, folks. Yeah, it's really interesting. You started and you were doing like Periscope and stuff. Oh, and here we go. Now we got a hype train. You see what you did, Mighty Mighty?
Oh shoot! Hype train, everybody, let's do it! Choo choo!
You see what you did, Mighty Mighty? You see what you did? Hold on, Wonder. Please just bear with me. I'm gonna give them the hype train song.
Oh, there's a hype train song.
Kind of. It's just the regular song. Just give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna.
100% hype train. Yes.
Thank you, guys.
I'm here
You guys
for
are
it.
amazing, absolutely amazing. I'm gonna go ahead and play this little song for you guys. Why? See if I can do it from memory. I don't know if I'll be able to, but we'll see. All right. It's raining tacos from out of the oops. It's raining tacos from out of the sky. Tacos. Ooh, golly. Okay, here we go. It's raining tacos from out of the sky. Tacos. No need to ask why. Just open your head and close your eyes. It's raining tacos. Thank you for those biddies, Wander. It's raining tacos. Oh, it's raining tacos. Out in the streets, tacos. All you can eat. Lettuce and shells, cheese and meat. It's raining tacos. Yum, yum, yummity yum. It's like a dream. Yum, yum, yummity yum. More sour cream.
More sour cream.
It's raining tacos. Ooh, tacos. Ooh, tacos. Ooh, ooh. It's raining tacos. It's raining tacos from out of the sky. Tacos. No need to ask why. Just open your mouth, close your eyes. It's raining tacos. It's raining tacos. All right, there you go, guys. I appreciate it. Oh my gosh, that is like you guys.
Hell yeah, Reina.
Okay, so we got bass solos. We got a lot of stuff here. Wander, please. They're making me do a bunch of stuff. So,
Go do it. Do it. I'm here for it.
okay. So first, I saw Baby Yoda interview. So give me 1 second, you guys. Give me 1 second.
Ooh, we're almost to level 4 hype train.
Okay, you guys ready for Baby Yoda? We're gonna do a live interview with the knowledgeable man himself, or alien guy itself. Oh my god, this is just terrible. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm gonna get Yoda here. All right, everybody say hi to Baby Yoda.
Hi, Baby Yoda. Level 4 hype train.
Level 4 hype train, Baby Yoda. Do you have any wise words for us today?
Yeah, yes I do.
What are they?
WonderTruly, what do you think your future will be?
Oh my god, this is so scary. Who's doing? That's really spooky. I don't like that.
WonderTruly, Baby Yoda. What? Oh my god, you guys are. Thank you guys so much. You guys are making me a little overwhelming here. So, WonderTruly, Baby Yoda wants to know how do you see your future?
I see my future as one day, hopefully soon, I will have replaced the income that I lost from not being able to gig, and it'll make it so that when gigs open up again, I don't have to go back to my terrible agency, and I can take the gigs I want to take, and eventually I will have a hopefully have a steady enough income in music again to where I can actually contribute to our household finances and help us buy a house because Jim really wants to buy a house.
Oh, that's really nice. So Baby Yoda, Wander, you heard Wander. She said that she just wants to make enough off to. Thank you guys so much for these biddies. You guys are amazing, by the way. Thank you so much. Baby Yoda, now, Wander, do you have a question for Baby Yoda?
Ooh, yes. Baby Yoda, what are you gonna get me for my birthday?
Okay, Baby Yoda, what are you gonna get WonderTruly for her birthday? Go.
Maybe some bits.
Maybe some biddies. Hey!
I love it.
Biddies for your birthday. Everybody, give Baby Yoda a round of applause. Thank you so much, Baby Yoda, for coming out and doing a quick little interview. Thank you so much. You have a great day.
I love it.
That was awesome. Thank you, Baby Yoda. Oh, yeah. Woo. Thank you. Okay. Creepy fun. Yeah. Okay. Okay, we got a bass solo, and then we're going to get back to the conversation. So no more point channel stuff. Unless you want to.
Unless you want to. Yay, awesome possum.
Okay.
That's
All
so
right.
neat.
I'm gonna sweat all over my wife's U bass, my sweaty hands. I know that she's gonna like that. I know that she loves it. This is everybody say hi to U bass 420. This is Reina's uke bass. And oh my gosh, saucy chicken nugget, thank you so much. All right, I'm gonna do a quick bass solo because I want to get back to chatting it up with WonderTruly here. So this is what I've been doing lately. So it's not very impressive, but this is about as good as it gets. All right, hold on.
Ooh.
All right, that's it. There's your solo, Pizza Man. I hope you enjoyed it. Oh, thank you. That's just literally just me, just circle jerking. When you said how jammy. Thank you guys so much for those biddies. You guys are incredible. Well, okay, let's just stop the biddies though. Okay, let's just stop.
We can't. You're on a level 4 hype train. We don't make the rules.
Let's just. It's okay. It's okay. It doesn't have to get to level 5, everyone. It's fine.
Yes, it does.
Save it for
My birthday is March 11th, a month from yesterday.
Ooh, March 11th. So what is that, Pisces?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, how do you like being a Pisces?
I like it a lot better now that I know my rising and moon because my horoscope never made sense because I was never like super shy in the way that it wanted me to be shy, and I've never been like that lofty. But I am a Leo rising and a Gemini moon, and so my life makes a ton more sense now.
Oh, how does it make a ton more sense? That it doesn't make sense. Thank you guys again for the biddies. I told you guys to stop. This is
Gotta get to level 5.
This is getting out of hand. I appreciate it, but it's just let it run. There you go. Hype that. Thank you. Hype trade success. That was awesome. You all get some emotes. My hands are very sweaty now, and I appreciate it. You guys are amazing. That was incredible. You guys are fucking badasses. Thank you so much. Diamond eyes. I've been waiting. I want those diamond hands. And Moving Dutchman, thank you so much. You guys, let me go through here and just make sure I give everybody love. Saucy Chicken Nuggets, thank you so much for those biddies. Moving Dutchman, I appreciate those 100 biddies. Mighty with more 100 biddies. Behind that suit, 100 biddies, thank you. Saucy Chicken Nugget, where did you get 600 biddies? Dang. Mighty, thank you for those bits again. More bits from Saucy. Wander, thank you so much. Mighty's killing it. Behind that suit, you guys, Pizza Jams, thank you so much. You guys you guys just killed it. I do appreciate your friend Bonnie. Thank you for those biddies. And I want to make sure I'm not oh no, that was a follow, but thank you for that follow, JDHCH. I think I already thanked you, but hey, it's okay to thank people again. Okay, Saucy, thank you. It's over. The hype train's over, Saucy. You can put the biddies away. It's okay. It's okay. So, yes, got like 1 month to say. So why? Gosh, you guys are killing me. So why is it that it makes sense now that you're in the rising moon of Leo and the crescent of Capricorn or whatever you said?
There we go. Yeah. Okay. So Pisces is like, you're so sensitive and you cry all the time and you feel all of the feelings and you like the ocean and everything. And like all those stupid like memes of the aesthetic of your horoscope, mine suck so bad. And they're also the last one. Like Pisces is always the afterthought. So they're always like really boring. But I forget, like there's like I think your moon is like who you actually are, and your rising is like how people perceive you or something like that. But anyways, basically it means that like Pisces feel all the feelings. Leo, I feel them very loudly, and Gemini, I can't make up my mind on anything.
I see. So it makes sense in the fact that it just sort of relates to your personality types and stuff. No,
Or like Gemini, I have my fingers in too many pies.
Yeah, I can feel that. I feel that. I'm an Aries. And I don't know. Of
course you are.
Of course I am. Yeah, no, I'm a fiery Aries. What is Aries a fire? I don't know. Who cares? Anyways, you know, wonder. What do you want your best TP to get for your birthday? Did you already answer that, by the way?
I didn't. No, I got distracted.
This is from Teddy Panda. They use their fresh bars. Thank you for using those fresh bars for the questions. That really helps. But yeah, what do you want your best TP to get you for your birthday? And what's a TP, by the way? I don't know what that is.
Teddy Panda. TP Teddy Panda.
Oh, okay. I see. I get you. I see you.
For my birthday, I think, God, I don't even know. I don't know what I would want Panda to get me for my birthday. I think probably for my birthday we should figure out a little mod party for our mods. And we should just do like a little exclusive mod celebration party. Koma's here.
Hey.
Yay! Speaking of mod party, what up, Koma?
Mod love.
We should do a little mod game night or movie night for my birthday. No, I'll make it happen. I'll make you all have fun with me.
You will have fun with me. Whether you like it or not.
Exactly.
We'll have fun. Oh, so that's what you want for your birthday is a sub party.
Yeah, a mod game party. We can do like mod Jackbox or something.
Mod Jackbox. Hey, what the hell is Jackbox? I don't even know why I was laughing about that. I don't even know what that is.
Jackbox is this really cool. Like the appeal is that you can play these games and it's from your phone and it's on the internet and you all look at one screen.
Oh.
And it's like super interactive and anybody can play wherever they are.
Sweet.
And the games are like super random, and there's like some trivia games, there's some skill games, there's some like lying games. Jackbox is dope. You would like Jackbox.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and write that down. Jackbox. When you were saying about the jamming being sort of masturbatory, it's just like I was just having that thought the other day because I finally went out and jammed with some friends for the first time since the pandemic. And it was fun, but I was just sitting there like, I have so much shit to do that this is accomplishing none of that. And like, and when I asked like, hey, what do you guys want to do with this? It's like, we just want to jam. And it's like, oh, I was 17 a long time ago. Okay. Like that was fun when I was 17, even in my 20s. Hot. I love those Dave K emotes. But
yeah, it's like I don't have time to do something without intention. To
exactly.
just like sit and meander. Like I am just now learning the value of doing that, like with myself and with my own space, and like
Right.
letting myself have room to breathe and like play around and experience, not experience, but like improvise with myself, right? And it's like I need to be comfortable doing that with myself. And I think once you're comfortable doing that with yourself, then you can, first of all, you have more to contribute at a jam session, and you're not there to just like play over everybody else, right? Because it's always this weird mix of people just want to be heard, and people don't understand the value of like your voice, and your skill is so powerful that if you use it tastefully, and if you like really, really listen and collaborate and find the moments where you really think you are actually adding something to the current arrangement, is when like actual collaboration can happen. But until then, it's just a mess, and it's super boring, and there's always going to be somebody there that's just sitting there uncomfortable in participating because there isn't actually space for them.
Yeah. It's just like, I guess I'll hang out on the sea here. It's funny. It's just funny. I agree with you, Sally. Sometimes the jam is doing the thing, though. It's productive by not being productive-ish. No, I feel that, and that's why I did it. And that's why I did it in the first place. I totally feel you. But after I did it, and after I was in that moment, and when I was there, you know, I got my rocks off in the first 10 minutes or whatever. And then it was just like, well, now what 2-chord vamp do you want to solo over now? You know, or like, you know, it's just, it was just, I don't know. It was a really good way to get my juices flowing again. But all it did was make me want to gig. And now I went and bought a fucking an electric drum set just so I could get the old band together and so we could jam on stream. So that's
nice. Oh, I love that. That's awesome.
That's what that jam did. So it wasn't a complete waste of time, but it really did make me want to get an electric drum set. First of all, because, well, I'm middle-aged, and I'm a dude, so like, drum set, duh.
It's like a rite of passage, right?
It's a rite of passage.
Electric drum set it's required purchasing.
Yeah.
For
middle-aged dudes. Yeah, it's just what happens. So I started as a drummer, and I love it as a drummer. But I mean, I bought it with the intentions of I want my son to play it. I want to play it, but also I want to get the band back together and fucking jam with intent and building towards something. And because they're excited to come on here, and they're excited to like, because we did it once and they were like, whoa, that was insane. Because it's not, it was, how was it for you coming into the idea of having people dictate your song list as opposed to you doing the dictation yourself and putting your song list together? How was that? Like, how was letting go of that for you? Because I know it wasn't easy for them.
Honestly, it's so nice. And that's because like I've always approached my gigging with like that mentality of like, what can I add? Yeah. How can I complement this atmosphere? And with like resorts and a lot of the gigs that I play where it's like really sterile and people aren't there to hear music. They're there to eat. They're there to hang out with their friends. They're there to drink. And like, worst case scenario, they're annoyed that you're there. And that has happened to me so many times. So like I always try, like I would have my like ignition starting songs, which were like a couple like upbeat things to just like get myself in the mood. And then from there, I didn't have a set song list. I would just sort of like improvise and pick things depending on the mood or depending on like who I saw paying attention and what I thought they would like. But it was like such a guessing game, and a lot of times I got it wrong, or even if it wasn't my fault, just like people wouldn't engage. And now I don't have that burden. I don't have to guess because it's like I know that if I see a song in the queue, I'm gonna make somebody happy for having played that.
Right.
And I also have the trust of my community in that, like, if I chose to lead my own song list, and it would be like a little treat, right? Because it's like, I love you guys so much. We've spent time together. Here's my curated hour for you. Yeah.
And those moments are special. And especially when it's like, Reina did like an all originals night and people loved it. And like, it kind of went on to that, you know, kind of going on what you were saying, how it was like this, you're able to build a community that's built on, it's not just fan and it's not fan and performer, you know, it's like those barriers get blurred because community members become really big parts of it, you know, certain ones become big parts of the stream, and like you miss them when they're not there. It's like you're gathering a group of friends together all the time, and we're just playing and hanging out. And I love that idea, and I feel like that is the goal that people want in the real world when they're like going from town to town trying to build these collective audiences. But it's just so hard, and there's so much that goes into it, and it's like, why, when you could just do it here? Now, I mean, depending on how you approach it, and the pay is not what the road is, but you can get there. And I've never been on a platform, and like you said, I didn't want to start a whole new platform either. Like the Discord, oh my God, what a fucking nightmare that was. But it's so awesome. I love it so much. But it's like, you gotta fucking, I don't know, man. It's just like, I don't even remember what I was talking about. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was trying to dig
Discord,
myself.
new platform, overwhelming, adapting to a completely different kind of community structure.
Thank you, Wander, because because I've never been on a platform that has laid out so clearly how to grow as someone who participates in content creating. Like YouTube is just a tire fire over there. Like I don't even like I have like 2,000 subs on there. I'm not making any money. Like you're supposed to make money after 1,000 subscriptions, but then you need 4,000 listening hours, and it's like, okay, whatever. So they
keep just like moving the bar.
Exactly.
Like YouTube and Facebook and.
Yes.
I forget the other ones, but like a lot of the platforms that are, Instagram, these things that were supposedly like made to not hurt creators, even if they weren't meant for creators, but they weren't like out to be malicious to them.
Right.
But like YouTube especially was made for creators. And so why would you keep moving the bar to chase people away from...
I guess the other argument would be that they're just trying to curate better content. So they're moving the bar to force people to sort of create a better content, because then you could get, nah, they're just being greedy pigs. No, and I agree with you. I'm just saying another side of that would be they're just trying to curate the best of the community that they can, and really it's just they're trying to save money on their overhead. It's like they're just trying to, like, because Reina had monetization on her YouTube. She's had her YouTube since like 2008 or something. She was monetized, and then all of a sudden they were like, nah, you're not monetized anymore. They weren't even gonna grandfather you in. But with Twitch, it's really interesting because the analytics are so like precise. Like to the point where you can look at a graph of how you're doing, and you can see the dips and where people leave, and you can go to the exact point at the lowest point, because of course that's where I go, to the lowest point where there is the least amount of people, and you can click on it and it'll take you right to the moment that people are bouncing out. For me, it's when we start talking about politics. Go figure.
Oh yeah.
But the idea is that it's they clearly show you, like, okay, like, go the other way with that. Don't talk about politics, or don't do that anymore, or whatever it is. It's just the analytics are so precise, and I don't know, like it seems to me like this is the best and most straightforward platform if you're looking to grow, if you're looking to like find a community, because this is not for everybody. This Twitch is not for everybody. And I was getting offended at first when I was telling all my friends about it, like, no, I'm not going to do Twitch. I'm going to wait for the gigs to come back, whatever. And it's like, okay, whatever, loser, you go do you. But it also occurred to me that not everybody is able to just sit in front of a camera and have light shining in their eyes and perform and curate a set list, a community, and put all this time into it. All due respect, fuck YouTubers. Anyways, but I don't know. Yeah, Twitch has been one of those things that that I've come to really appreciate because of that, and because it was so overwhelming at first. It's really nice that they make it pretty clear and straightforward. Basically, British YouTube in the early days of vlogging was a humongous dumpster fire. Yeah, well, in the beginning, it was all just like kitty pictures, like kittens, and like dudes getting hit in the nads, with a wiffle ball. And
Yeah, because in the early days of YouTube, people were migrating over from albinoblacksheep.com.
oh, I didn't even know that. I didn't even heard of that.
It was albinoblacksheep.com, and then what was the main one where we first got memes? Like
4chan?
No, it was the other like video
It's a
place.
video thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't really know video stuff before YouTube. Were you early adopters with the video stuff?
Early what?
Were you early adopter to like all the internet and video stuff?
Sort of.
So
Like, I
Vine?
the internet took me in when I was young and friendless and awkward because I'd been homeschooled for
Oh.
most of my life by a very conservative Christian woman who basically just told me to read. She like bought me textbooks and she was like, read them. And then I passed the SATs and had no social skills whatsoever.
So are you arguing against homeschooling?
I am arguing against unregulated homeschooling.
That's good. That is good because you're probably right about that. So you had like a really interesting upbringing then, huh? So do you get along with those people still, or your family?
Nope.
No, okay. Fair enough. I was curious because, we were talking about, depression and, I'm not trying to bum everybody out, but I like to talk about it because mental health is a big issue for me as well. And as somebody who just started taking antidepressants, yay! It's just the whole ups and downs of being this way is fun. I'm curious on what are some of the ways you sort of get out of these depressive states. Thank you for that. That's how I get out of my depressive states. I just look at this dude's lips going, woo! Like, oh.
Yeah, that's a really good question. So I am learning. I
Woo,
won't say
take
I
your
have
meds.
learned,
I'm
because
sorry.
I still struggle. Take your meds, woo. Yeah, so I am learning that I need to not panic when I find myself in a slump or when I find myself like triggered by something, or like an example is I'm finally, due to like the safety of my surroundings and just like where I'm at with my journey, I'm finally able to actually like process a lot of my life baggage in my songs, like things that I was never really able to write about. And so I'm like unpacking these old dusty boxes in the like attic of my brain in my story.
Yeah.
And the guaranteed aftershock of that is that like it's not just going to neatly close itself back up once you put it in a song. Like you opened it,
Right.
and I made this metaphor that's like it's like when you wear a sweater for a really long time and then you just like box it up without washing it, and then you open it and it still smells like that.
Yeah.
And like the smell of it just like triggers where you were at that time, and like all the emotions connected to it, especially if you haven't processed them yet. And so like of course things are just gonna have like an emotional rebound. And so there's a couple songs that I've written in the last couple weeks that have had me rebound. And I'll find myself in it. And of course my impulse is like, no, we can't do this. Like we just spent a whole year being depressed. Like we can't afford it. We can't afford to not be productive. Like we can't afford to have bad habits again. We can't. But that impulse is so destructive because pushing it away and like having a stress response to the stress response is no bueno.
Yeah.
And so I am learning to sit with it and like invite the feeling in for as long as it needs to be there, and sort of just like let it go through me, because that's part of recovery, that's part of healing, that's part of like the cycle, is that it comes, and the sooner you let it in, the sooner it'll leave.
Yeah.
Oh, Trinaptor's here. Hey, Trinaptor.
Hey, Trinaptor. Welcome, welcome. I appreciate you
We're
being
talking
here.
about bummer stuff. You're here just in time.
You're just in time for yeah.
Oh, and Reindeer's here.
Everybody, y'all can be famous. All you need, just go to what is it? Bigfollows.com, and that will get you. I thought I had that taken care of, but what's fun is that I don't even know how to mod my own chat. Like, how do I even get that out of there? Oh, look, an auto mod held. What? Why would
You
they
do
hold your?
here you go.
They held.
/ban and then the username.
Okay,
Oops.
I'll do that. Thank you. Let's see.
Mhm.
Let's see if this works. Are they still here? Yeah, they are. Look at that. Oh, and it takes it away, right? Yeah, it deletes the thing. Get out of here, whatever your name is. Don't feed the trolls. Then they
Feed
get
the
auto.
trolls.
Don't feed the trolls. Wizbot auto bans. Oh, is that what you use? I'll check it out. So you're learning to sort of sit with it and feel it and sort of let go. That almost feels like a form of meditation. I don't know. Do you meditate at all?
I am also learning a different approach to meditation because like the way we're all introduced to meditation is like when you get the thought or the feeling, you have to push it away. You have to keep the sky of your mind clear.
Yes.
You have to let them just flow down the river of your consciousness. You have to
Right.
let them pass. You mustn't grab onto them.
Right.
And like there, of course, is truth to that. But if you are somebody with like ADHD, if you're somebody who like is going through some shit and you can't not dwell on it,
Right.
like there are other forms of meditation that are extremely valid, such as like playing music, such as cooking, such as knitting, such as drawing,
Working out.
and like working out. Like there are all these different forms of meditation. And Leechy's gone, but a bunch of us, Leechy and a bunch of other folks, were talking about meditation on our Discord, and how like one of the things of meditation is like to when the thought arrives, you don't push it away, you like hold it, you acknowledge it,
Yes.
and you sit with it, and then like, you also invite it to leave as much as you invite it to stay. Right? It's like the open door
Right.
is there.
Right.
Because a lot of times when the invasive thought comes, you can't help hyperfixating on it. Like even in your hatred of it, you're like attracting it more, and you like shut the door on it. You like lock it in instead of just like holding the door open and being like, I stay here as long as you feel like staying. I'm gonna do my thing. And like you might influence me to lose sleep or be really uncomfortable or eat dumplings 5 days in a row. But you know what? You can leave whatever is convenient for you. You're not going to stop me living my life.
Yes. Yeah, that I think that's a great way of looking at it. Instead of sort of pushing these ideas away or letting them flow down the stream of consciousness, whatever that is, because it doesn't work for me, and I'm ADHD as well. So like it's like everything's everywhere and all at once, and it just doesn't work for me. Like the best thing I've ever found with meditation is that it's like you have to acknowledge these feelings, because like you said, if you lock them behind a door, they don't go anywhere. It's not like they're gonna like just dissipate into the ether on their own volition. It's like those motherfuckers that are waiting for you behind that locked door. So shutting it up, pushing it away, or even letting it flow down the stream of consciousness to an extent, it can be damaging. It can be something that just keeps rearing up, and it's something that you don't confront. And man, it's like those things, you got to confront them. But then there's those thoughts that are just like, it's like, how do you differentiate from the thoughts that are, that are destructive from the thought to the thoughts and feelings that you're just sort of letting pass through? How do you keep like destructive thoughts from, because you know how it goes, the loop in your brain, you're just looping on the same shit, going around the neighborhood, in the bad neighborhood in your brain, you're just circling the block. And by the end of the day, you're a broken mess. So how do you differentiate that, and how do you handle those kind of like separating thoughts from just holding a feeling and just letting it go or acknowledging it?
Totally. Yeah, Mike, that's a really good question.
Is it?
And
I don't know.
yeah, good
It's
job.
kind of confusing to me.
No, yeah, I totally get where you're coming from. So, um, the short answer is just like you have to know yourself and you have to be comfortable with yourself and your own shadows and like sort of understand your triggers. And the only way you're going to understand that is by letting them happen,
Yeah.
right? And like being aware of how they show themselves, like in your relationships. You need to be aware of, you have to be willing to like see a mirror of yourself in other people. Because there's that saying, right, that if you have a knee jerk dislike of somebody, or if somebody has a habit that you just can't stand, that's because there's something in you that recognizes it, that's recoiling at it because it doesn't want to deal with yourself, right?
Right. Yeah.
And so I I have devoted a lot of my life to try and understand myself and get to know myself, and that's partly because I oh god, what was there was a word that my therapist brought up on one of our very first sessions 5 years ago that I can't remember, but it's essentially just like it is the mental equivalent of hypochondria. And so it's like, oh, like what's wrong with me? Like this is broken. I'm broken in this way. Like, oh no, I'm so bad. Oh no. And like the more that you do that, of course, the worse it's gonna be.
Yeah.
And so it's just like basically like a neuroticizing, essentially. Like when you try to like label everything that's bad and like figure out like why am I this way? If I could understand why I am this way, and if I could just like articulate it or rant about it to enough people, then it will go away. When in reality, and I saw a great meme about this yesterday in regard to eating disorders, like you don't need to know why to like let yourself heal about it and start doing the work of healing. Like you don't have to know why. A lot of these things are like really nebulous and mysterious. And yeah, like a lot of therapy is about uncovering the why and like making you retrace those triggers and like those traumas. But like you don't have to know in order to heal, because the important thing is receiving yourself with compassion and letting it flow and like understanding that it's a process. And like grief, right? You've heard the really good illustration of the cycle of grief is like when the thing first happens. So here's you're a little square, right? And then when the thing first happens, it's this huge grief ball, and it's just like touching all the parts of your square, and it's so big and it's so awful. And then as time passes, the ball gets smaller and it like starts moving around like a little screensaver, right? Like you remember the DVD, the DVD player screensaver. Oh God, Siri, shut up. And so grief is a lot like that, where like as time passes, it does get smaller and it will hit less frequently. And sometimes that means it hurts less, but a lot of times not, because like the more time you go without feeling it, sometimes when it happens, it catches you like really off guard.
Right.
And you find yourself exploring like a different side of that. And so to answer your question, I think it's a balance. And so like one of the things that I'm working on is I found this amazing behavioral therapist account on Instagram, and she does these videos that demonstrate like two different scenarios, and one of them is like the unhealthy like trauma scenario, and one of them is like the right way to respond to it, or the consequence of like if you grew up in that scenario, what you're going to be like as an adult.
Right.
And I see myself in a lot of them. And it makes me very uncomfortable because I see the pain that I've caused like partners and friends and like family. I see that reflected, and it's like it's really painful and uncomfortable to see. But I am at a place now where I can do that without looking away, and where it doesn't cause me shame, right? Where I don't feel less because of it. I can sit with the pain of it because I've grown.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
But a lot of times like the pain is too big and you can't feel it without it being debilitating. Like an example of that is I'm recovering from a couple of eating disorders, and one of the side effects when you're recovering from an eating disorder is weight gain. Like that's when you let yourself be free from like food rules and from like trying to count calories and trying to track this and like having like this food is healthy, this food is unhealthy, same as like this is a good thought, this is a bad thought.
Right.
When you sort of like release that, your body will fill out, both because you're like mentally free from compressing your body, and because that's just a response to like certain calorie foods and you need to not worry about it.
Yeah.
However, where this space that I'm at in my recovery, I'm noticing habits popping up where it's like in the stage where I am filling out a bit. And that's also largely in part because I can't go outside and exercise like I used to. I can't go on bike rides or walks because like we don't have a mask mandate here. People are extremely irresponsible. And I know that if I go outside, I will forget to be extremely vigilant because I'm just so, I want to avoid it so badly. And so I know that like I'll be touching the crosswalk buttons, right? And like I might touch a garbage can, and the contact is how this thing spreads.
Yeah.
Absolutely, Sally. Yeah, Sally says sometimes weight gain can be your body trying to overcorrect and or heal itself.
Right.
Absolutely true.
Yeah.
But the habit that I'm noticing with like the weight gain thing is like I'll catch myself in a mirror, right? And I'll see that like my arm pressed against my body is like wider, or I'll see that like at a certain camera angle, like you can kind of see like my little chin's filling out down here. And I had in high school, I had this horrible nightmare that like one day I woke up and I just had like this actual like glob of fat like under like a little like goidle, right? Like a little turkey thing, like under my chin. And it was the worst thing ever. Yeah. And that's how you know you have a disorder is when like being fat is like the worst thing that could ever happen to you. Right. And so I'm seeing this reflex, right, of like catching myself in a mirror, and my reflex is to hyperfixate and like observe and pinch and be fascinated and like and obsess and spiral. Yes. And because I recognize that, and because I know that is my reflex right now, that's what I cut off, right? If I catch myself looking in a mirror, I immediately look away. Yeah. Is like, I need to not do this. Yeah. And like, I haven't weighed myself in months. And my commitment now is like, I'm only going to weigh myself when I'm in, because I'm like, another reason this is really difficult for me is because like I'm a bodybuilder. And so like not being able to do that and like not being in the frame of mind to like work on my body, which is also a manifestation of eating disorders, is orthorexia, and like making your body so awesome. Right. But like, so I'm only going to weigh myself when I'm working on like a really specific project, and I'm only going to let myself work on that project when it's fun. Right. And because I want to, and because it'll be like a little game, not because I want to fix myself. Right. Which is a very long about way of answering, like differentiating between the good thoughts and the destructive thought patterns is like therapy and knowing yourself. And like Panda said, like writing things out when you're triggered and then coming back to them later. Having a good support system around you that can sort of tap you on the shoulder and say, I've noticed this about you. Are you okay? Yeah. Like, I'm noticing that you're having these symptoms. Are you okay? And it is just like any other skill. It's practice, unfortunately. And it's any practice, any discipline is really difficult. Right. Perpetually. Like the more, because there's always more up you can go. Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, that's the,
Are you able to watch your VODs without trauma? Reina asks.
That's a good question, Reina. I don't watch them as much, partly just because like I don't have time. And as for like body dysmorphia triggers, I'm gonna say yes. What triggers me more is when I'll get like a Facebook memories thing, or when my iPhone is like, here's a fun memory, and it shows me a photo that I took like last year when I was in school for personal training, and I like had this amazing butt, and I was like working out all the time, and it's like, remember when you were fat? And that's honestly more triggering because like right now, not being able to exercise the way that I want to and I'm comfortable doing and is easy for me, like my body hurts more, like I don't feel very good, I'm not sleeping as well, and I know that that's connected to how my exercise patterns, right? And so I'm able to have more grace now with like how I look in pictures and videos right now, as opposed to like looking at stuff from months and months ago. And that's also tied into pandemic stuff, right? Like anything that happens like last year or the year before, if I see it, it is in the filter of pandemic, and a little bit of that grief comes out that way. The memories feature is a dick. Sally knows what's up.
They are sometimes. They are. No, it's funny. I mean, I know exactly when you're talking about when you're like in a mirror and you're looking and you're noticing things are getting a little bit more filled out, and you're just like, and for me, it's just like, you fat bitch, you fat fucking fat titty bitch, you know, like it's just the word.
Self-talk.
Oh yeah, it's good times over here. But I know what it is. I was 325 pounds in high school. I know what it is to be that, and the fact that I'm gaining weight, and the over pandemic, and I just started going to the gym. And by the way, at the gym, you have to wear a mask into the gym and up the stairs to the fitness center. But as soon as you get in that fitness center, mask off, bitch. You know, like everybody's just like sweat. I'm just doing it. Like, I think I have the antibody because I didn't get it when my whole household had it. So I think I'm good. So I'm just out there, but I'm not reckless, everybody. I'm not an asshole. Okay. I just go to the gym. I do my thing. I stay away from people. I don't look them in the eye even. Okay. I don't even look them in the fucking eye. They say hi to me. I ignore them and I keep walking. I'm like, don't even say hi to me. We're not friends anymore. It's a pandemic, bitch. Joke. But yeah, I feel you. I feel you so much on that, but I also feel you even more so on that diverting attention thing. That has been the biggest thing. Yes, I second the knowing triggers, and if you are not in the right place, the try, if you can avoid it, if you can, I'm reading like an idiot, good self-talk here. So I have 2 songs, and they are good songs, and Oves loves they will play Twitch. They will leave it until it ends. Okay.
Warm and eggy fart. What?
Warm and eggy fart. Welcome. Thank you for that follow. I appreciate it. I'm just reading English good here. Yeah. Teddy Panda, I love that you have 2 songs. You should perform them in Cypher Deluxe, which is coming up in a few minutes. We're going to be going into Cypher Deluxe, where Wanda's going to do a quick song, and then she's going to run off to her stream and start streaming, and then we're going to raid her after Cypher Deluxe. So if you are interested, Teddy Panda, in sharing one of your songs with us, we will be doing that here shortly. Let me just give you the link. You can jump in our Discord, and we're going to be doing it in the Cypher Deluxe text channel. You can sign up there. And yeah, if you want to do a song, I'd love to hear it. You have a song also? Oh, Eddie Brickle, Good Times. Is that Good Times? No, that's not it. What am I talking about? Hint, hint, hint. Oh my God, so many different places to go. I know. It's just a zoo around here. But the idea of diverting attention from these horrible thoughts that you put into your brain, that has been so key. It has been so key because like I had that habit of just fixating and obsessing, which is really good when you apply it to like music or like learning, you know, like obsession is not a bad thing until it turns in on itself. But yeah, just being able to break the spell, recognize it immediately, and turn that shit off. It has been so huge. Like for me, it's like, okay, it's time to wash dishes and listen to an audiobook. Okay, it's time to just jump in headfirst with my son and just hang out. Okay, now it's, you know, it's just like, as soon as these ideas and thoughts come to my head, it's like, oh, okay, I know what this is. I know where this is going. Time to jump ship because this is not worth, it's not worth dealing with. And then so
Totally.
it's I guess it's that balance of like being able to recognize a feeling that needs to be recognized and recognizing thoughts that are just destructive and sort of navigating through that. And that's really hard for people. Sorry, I'm dyslexic, so bad at writing. So there is 2 songs that trigger me, but I do have songs, just no music yet, working on them. So reading my messages is hard because I spell words wrong. Well, Tatty Panda, that's okay because I read good. So don't worry. I'm not dyslexic, but I'm just blah, 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 blah. So no worries. You're all good. I would have read it like that either way. So there you go. Stupid pop filter. Okay. So it's it's 5. It's time for Cypher. It's time for deep breaths, everybody, and a woo. Okay. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to burp. And then we're going to do Cypher Deluxe. So anybody who is interested in doing Cypher Deluxe, and by the way, Wander, do you have any closing statements that you would like to make before we go? And I appreciate you doing this. Thank you again for coming back on. I hope that you had a good time, and I had a blast. But
oh my gosh, I had such a good time. This is so nice. Like I'm very much about putting the darkness out in the open lately, because that makes it like less scary to me. And I know that like with that like Instagram therapist that I was talking about, like seeing it makes me feel like less broken, right? And like less of a freak. And I feel like the more of that goes around and the more of each other that we see in each other, the more equipped we are to like go through it together, right?
Yeah.
So this is so lovely. Thanks so much to all my fam coming on over.
Yeah, thank you guys so much.
If anybody's here who would like to have a space in a community that's more like mental health focused, half of our Discord server is tailored to that. And so there's we have a like take your meds reminder channel. There's something for drinking water to make sure we're all staying hydrated. Mental health check-ins, spicy rants, and a cuddle puddle channel. So honestly,
cuddle puddle,
anybody's welcome. Cuddle puddle, yeah. And thank you so much for having me, Mike. This is so lovely.
Well, I appreciate it. And we were kind of talking before. I was like, you've been on the show in the weirdest circumstances. Like I've never had somebody on the show like multiple times that's just been on it in like just the oddest circumstances. Because when I approached you in Eugene, you were playing like in the square there, whatever that square is called, and I just randomly like, hi, I'm Mike. Here's my card. I'm sweaty. Hey, you want to like meet up somewhere and fucking talk into a microphone? And you're like, I'm hungry. Let's go get lunch. And I was
it was a really gross, wet summer, though. To be fair, it was a very sweaty summer.
It was so sweaty. It was just humidity everywhere, ass cracks. Be warned. Okay, guys, we are gonna do Cypher Deluxe. So if anybody is interested in performing a song, so this is how we're gonna do it. We're gonna Discord said that they upgraded their crap, so we're gonna see how good it is. If it's garbage, we are going to we're gonna just drop the Google Meets link, and you guys can either do it on camera. So if you have a song that you want to sing, that's for you guys. The Cypher Deluxe, the voice channel, is great for anybody who wants to rap or do any kind of poetry or anything. But if you're gonna sing and play a song, probably Google Meets. So let's just figure it out as we go. So if you guys want to get into the Discord, go ahead and jump in. I'm gonna set up over here, and then we're gonna come back. Wander is gonna play a song, and we're gonna rock. So all right, guys, give us 1 second, and we'll be right back. You guys enjoy this, which I'm very happy. All I gotta do is push a button. Okay, we'll be right back. Bye.
You are a queen, a goddess. You are the moon child born of the river Gaia. You are the portal between 2 planes of existence. I love you, mother. Here is an offering of a pillow. To serve the slumber that you desperately seek and deserve.
You're the greatest dad I've ever known. I love you so much. I need you. You've made so many sacrifices for this family. You're the greatest dad ever, ever, ever. I love you so much, Father. Okay, we are back. WonderTruly, this is your time to shine. I
My
appreciate
time to shine.
you. So we are gonna go ahead and listen to Wander play a song for us. And I would love for you guys. So anybody who is interested in doing the cipher, please jump in the Discord now. And whoever signs up first, will go right down the line. So I'm gonna hand it over to Wander, and here you go, Wander. It's on you. It's all you, baby.
Yay! All right. Well, I guess we're gonna stay topical. I'm gonna play my song about not being able to find a therapist and having to implement the tools that I learned in therapy, but by myself. Because U.S. healthcare is terrible and Arizona healthcare is the worst. And I've been on a waiting list to see a therapist for 10 months now.
Oh my god!
And I really miss my therapist from Seattle. Her name was Jackie, and that's important context for this song. But thank you so much, everybody, for just being here and being open and receptive. It's such a treat to play here for you. I really have to pee, so let's see how good I can do this.
I'm sorry. I should have told you to do that.
No, I wasn't gonna miss that video. That was such a good video.
Oh my god!
Become own therapist. Sally, I love you so much. Sally and I share a brain. Did you have a lovely shower? Dissociating for an hour? To swirl all of your bad vibes down the drain? You're not empathic. You're an addict to a cliche brand of sadness, evidenced by my existing in your brain. This is not how we agreed. We would talk to ourselves. What would Jackie say? She'd say you're doing really well and you've come all sorts of far. I see that you're still struggling to not be way too hard on yourself, but it's a process. No one's perfect and you still get points for trying. Okay, so it's a work in progress, but we have a lot to work with. That's a euphemism for my Rolodex of issues like my codependent, anger-ridden, hypocritical, no boundaries, abandonment, avoidant, power complex. This is classic oversharing. Hey, what else is new? But I'm practicing my self-talk and it goes like this. You're doing really well and you've come all sorts of far. Of course, you're still struggling to not be way too hard on yourself, but it's a process. No one's perfect and you still get points for trying. As long as you're trying, then you're fine. Me a therapist who calls me on my bullshit, but who does it really nicely and who also takes my health insurance. Dissociating in the shower, plucking petals off of flowers, or writing cringy songs about your illness are all valid ways of coping when you're waiting on a list of saps like me who need to see a therapist. What would Jackie say? She'd say you're doing really well. Hey, you've come all sorts of far. It's okay that you're struggling to not be way too hard on yourself, but it's a process. No one's perfect and you still get points for trying. Girl, I see you trying. And then I'd walk out crying, but only on the inside, 'cause I still bottle up my emotions.
Yeah. That was awesome. I love that song so much. That was so
Thank you.
freaking good. WonderTruly, thank you so much for being on the show, and thank you so much. Here, I'm going to bring you back real quick, since I can just do that and say goodbye, and then we'll come back to Cypher Deluxe with Holden, and we're going to get him going. So let's say goodbye real quick. Oh, I guess I need to do that. Thank you guys for those claps. I appreciate that. WonderTruly, thank you so much for being on the show. Go pee, go get your stream started, and go do the thing. Yeah, goodbye real quick. Exactly. Holden's going to be on here real soon. And anybody else who's interested in signing up for Cypher Deluxe, please do jump in there. We only got Holden so far, so we need a couple more to make it a party. But if not, it's all good, because I'll rap and it'll be terrible. Anyways, thank you, Wonder, so much. And are you gonna jump right on after this?
I'm gonna eat lunch really quick.
Okay,
and
okay.
then yeah, after I eat lunch, I'll be on. So like in 15, 20 minutes or so.
Sweet. That's plenty of time for us to get through our Cypher Deluxe, and we'll raid over there. So, all right, Wander, thank you so much again, and have a great pee and have a great stream. I'll see you in a little bit.
Awesome. Thanks again to everybody who hung out, who came over from my Discord and from my channel. I love seeing y'all connect with each other. So I'll see you on the other side. Have a good open mic.
Hey. All right, guys, let's do it. All right, thank you very much, Wander. We're gonna. Oh, there we go. All right, hold on. Let's get back to this. Oh my God, I gotta go. Holy crap! Wow, look at that. Isn't that just garbage? All right, give me a second, guys. Let me fix this. I just totally did that wrong. It's all wrong. It's all wrong, guys. All right, let me get rid of this. All right, we're back. We're back. It's me. Okay, guys. All right, let's jump into the D. See what's going on. What's up, guys? How you doing? Holden, you're up first, my friend. And Pizza Man, I see you in there. We'll get you up there next. So Holden, go ahead and say hi, man. What's up?
Yeah, I was just failing.
Yeah,
I was failing to unmute myself. I'm not that comfortable with the Discord.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you. No, we're trying this. They said the Discord, they promised us. Sing me home, beautiful people. Yeah, we're gonna get there. They said they upgraded. We'll see how much they actually upgraded. But here I got another beat from Wild But Sober, who is a community member here and is an amazing, incredible producer in his own right. And he has it's kind of a slower beat. You're good with this little bit slower beat, Holden?
I'm good with any beat, but yo, it's mad cutting on the Discord on my end.
Oh, okay. So tell me if you hear the song.
I hear the song. That's cool. I can hear the beat, so that's dope. I suppose I could just start going. I don't really know heavy what I'm gonna say these days, cause I ain't got the time to put into the grind the way that I'm supposed to. I mean, you look at these kids who got all the time in the world to this right shit, put the practice in and clock out like 180 tracks in a year all in. Why? Cause they can mix and the master. Why? Cause they can take that time. Me, I'm so busy with the day job. I guess I'm just lost on this grind. I'm trying to figure out other ways to make it happen with the profit margins, and I'm looking at the people so caught up in how to make a living out the way that we do this art. I guess I'm getting kind of confused now, cause like, yo, what happened to the passion? Yo, when we let's stop talking to the youth? Isn't this for them? Ain't we trying to build systems for them kids? I don't know. I guess that's where I'm at now, trying to look away to kind of include everyone. I don't really know. This is all on my heart and my soul. I look around and I see a lot of toxic shit that the people don't even know. Like, yo, everybody claim community, but nobody really want to give. Yo, how you gonna build a community when you taking from everybody and not really thinking about the sustainability inside of a system when everybody fucking broke? Yo, only 10% of Canadian millennials even have a savings account. Ain't nobody got the money, so how the fuck are we gonna get out this drought? Like, nobody wanna talk about this shit. Everybody wanna make that art. Because there's only so many attention spans. Not everybody really gonna be the one that make the city spark. I don't know, the beat kind of stopped.
Yeah, that's
Yo,
yeah. What is up, Holden? Man, that was great, man. That was awesome. That you were really
Thank you.
getting into that. We only got 2 in the Discord, so if you want, do you want to do another one? You want to do another quick one, and then Pizza Man, you can do 2 as well, guys. We got 2. So do you want to?
I can do that. I know it's a little delayed. I can't even hear you on the Discord, so I'm hearing you on like the delayed part on the stream.
Oh, I'm sorry. You
But
can't hear me in the
cool.
Discord at all?
Like, it's chopping. That part I can hear you, but it's
How
been
about
real
now?
choppy.
Is it this fucking thing? What the fuck? All right, man. I'm sorry. Okay. So you heard me though, right? You want to go 2?
Yeah, I can always go, dude. I like this. This is kind of what it is. It's like, this is my version of jamming.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Let me see what's up with this one. I don't know what this beat is. So it's a lover beat. So it sounds like it's gonna be some sexy beats here. So let me see how this goes. If you don't like it, we can figure something out. All right. Let me see what's up. This is a royalty-free song.
There's no such thing as don't like. You should always be able to go.
Hold on, that's the wrong one. Let me do this again. I'm still learning, everybody.
No worries.
All right, here we go. Let's see if
Yeah,
yeah,
I like the dingly sounds.
yeah, me too.
This beat got a little bit of a kind of vibe. Not the type of shit that very forceful, kind of make you want a smooth ride. Yo, that tag was kind of nice. People really gotta leave the beat tags in. Oh shit, now I can hear myself on the Twitch. Gotta mute that now. Yo, the loop is kind of distracting. That's what it is in this live environment. I really empathize as I see we speak English good, have the same technical issues that I face on my streams. That really makes me feel better about life. I don't know how to say it, but when you watch others do the same shit, it makes you feel better about shit. Like, you're not alone in this. Like, you're not as inadequate. Like, your Twitch is kind of complicated and OBS is it get messy and stuff. And then things pop up or move around and you're like, no, don't pop up right now. I'm in the middle of doing some stuff. Why you got to pop up, especially if you got that restream or whatever? I don't know. All these things flying around and the docs kind of sticking now. I don't know why anybody really cares about this, but yo, seriously, OBS is a complicated system. But it's actually really easy though. But it's actually kind of hard when you're live. And I guess we have in a point where moderators is basically the thing saving our lives. And I know that I see your lady up in there, and I know that your lady friend Bonnie's up inside that chat. And yo, shout out to the women holding us down, because I don't think we'd really be able to do it like that without them. That's real truth. That's just what it is, because it's a sexy beat or whatever, and your lady Bonnie friend is really hot to me, and that's truth. I'm not even the best at this freestyle shit, so I don't even try that hard. I just let my mind go stream of consciousness and figure the flow will let it land where it need to be and whatever. But this is really not my good shit. I have like real songs on Spotify where I take the time to write that poetry right. This is more like practicing, like jamming and shredding and shit, versus taking that time to find that groove. I don't know what y'all do with the bands and stuff. I see all that musical technique. It's not really that different. My voice is just an instrument to me. So it's all about finding that parts inside of the beat to sound real proper. Like, I don't know, this tone feels like it fits nice, and then I can pluck around here, but it could also probably shift it up if I wanted to, but I can't think of anything else on the spot to say. But I really like the way the rhythm hit it here, and if I were to take this and rewrite it, it would be fucking great. But hey, that's not really what the Octodome is for. It's for practicing and flexing the technique and shit. And other people like the bars, but I'm into the flossiness, kind of like a guitar solo versus the other shit. Everyone knows the solo is just that flossiness. It's about flexing technique and showing off, and other things are kind of more technical in bits. And yeah, that's just kind of where we're at. Yo, I can swear I could just rap like consistently for a very long time, because I practice like on a daily, and this is just what it is. So yo, if you can't walk around and bust around for like 30 minutes, you can't even keep up in the climate. And that's just what it is, because otherwise, I mean, what you doing with this shit? I mean, a lot of people are like a lot of different things, And this isn't really the right thing for an album, but in a live environment, people always like that kind of thing. Like the way the fresh is flying on the screen. That's how you know I'm not making this up. I see the Ric Flairs in the chats and the Reina Mystique saying fresh 5 times or 6 like that. Whoops, I counted wrong. Your lady friend Bonnie's dropping that Bonnie emo that we put on. I don't know. Everybody seem to like it when you rap about the things you see in front of your face. I don't really dig it that much as a consumer, but if the people like it, that's what you should do then, because that's basically music marketing, is appealing and finding that in between of what you can do and what the people really wanting, because the people really wanting lots of things different than the artist ever really be wanting. An artist, we got these egos and these things, and like, yo, we overcomplicate shit, but most people don't really want to be thinking when they doing the music. It's more of a fantasy thing, and most people trying to escape their regular dailies. Yeah, that was fun. I don't know if I'm supposed to keep going. I could, but like I don't want to like hog shit, you know. That's not very polite.
It's all good, man. I thank you so much. I'm over here fucking trying to learn my shit still. So, dude, Holden, thank you so much for that. That was dope, man. Like I wish I could do that.
Man.
What do you? How do you like when you're in the middle, like, cuz like sometimes you're switching up your cadence and you're,
you know what?
speaking.
Okay, so here's what happened. The rapping part's all like technique and stuff, and then I did a lot of podcasting stuff, and with that I never scripted anything, so I just got used to making shit up on the spot to make sure that I kept talking. But then the rapping's technique, it's like if you understand the hand motions for chords and shit, you can just come up with these cadences. So you memorize and map out 1,000 different rhythms and shit the way you would do it, with all the different rhythm structures that come out through your scales and whatnot. And then you just need to think of stuff to say. Like, it's all storytelling. So as long as you can like find a topic to latch onto, you just flows, and then you just ride the rhythm. That part, I don't know. I did a lot of this, I guess.
Right. It sounds like a lot of practice as well. Dude, Holden, thank you so much for coming through again. I'm looking forward for you to come on the show in a couple weeks here. So Holden's gonna be on the show, and everybody, whoever's in chat here,
excited for that, for real though.
Make sure that you go out and follow Behind That Suit. If you like what we're doing on this channel, you're gonna like Holden's channel too. He does interviews, he does ciphers, he does a lot of shit over there. So go hang out. It's a good time. Motherfucker smokes more weed than I don't even know what to do with that much weed. I wish I had that much weed to smoke like that. But it's tight. Hey, it's legal in Canada. Boom. Go, Canada. Hold it. Thank you so much, my friend. And I'll be talking to you soon, man. Pizza Man, come on through, buddy. Unmute yourself. What's up, baby? Pizza Man, Pizza Man, Pizza Man. Pizza Man. Let's see if Pizza Man comes through. I don't know. He might be just... Oh, there he is. Oh, nope. Holden's back. There he is. What's up, buddy? We might be having some technical issues. It's okay, though. Doing okay, Pizza Man? Let me go check let me see what's going on. Talk about what? Bro, that's real cool to hear someone talk about like that. Inspiring.
I got push to talk.
Oh, you got push to talk? That's what you got? Uh-oh. What's happening? What's happening? By the way, everybody, Pizza Man also streams. Pizza Man, I caught Pizza Man doing, what were you doing, Pizza Man? You were doing, God, it was like 90s songs. You were doing Pearl Jam. I think it was Pearl Jam songs. It was dope. We're hanging out. He had his green screen out. It was fun. Everybody, go hang out with Pizza Man. Let's give a shout out. Pizza Man, are you doing all right, buddy? Let me know in the text channel if you're having a hard time or not, or if you can even hear me. I don't even know if you can hear me. Okay, let me shout out Pizza Man. Pizza Man. There he is. I'm not sure what's happening. Do you want to try the Google Meet thing? Tech difficulties. Okay. I'm pasting the Google Meet in the cipher. So if you want to try that, maybe that'll work. We were trying. Yeah, I thought that the Discord sounded pretty good today. So I dropped the Google Meets link right into the Cypher Deluxe text channel. So If you want to jump in there, I'll rejoin on my end. Join now. Join now. And then whenever you jump in here, go ahead. And of course, you guys, today I released the 300th episode of my podcast, and it was with Ari O'Neill, who was on the show a while. I think I'm there. I don't see you. Maybe I'm in the wrong thing. Am I in the wrong thing? Maybe I'm the asshole here. Let me see. Oh. Jeez Louises. My goodness. All right. Sorry, Pizza Man. Oh my God. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. What is happening? What is going on here? Oh my God. Admit. Okay, I got you, Pizza Man, but I don't know what happened to all my shit. Okay, there we go. Okay, Pizza Man, can you give me some noise from your end? Whenever you get a chance there, buddy. Who? Where did all my shit go? It's like all my chat stuff went away. Like everything just went away. This is awful. Oh my God. Stop doing that. Technology, everybody. Oh, I see stuff happening. Okay, we're back. Pizza guy. Yeah. Anyways, 300th episode with Ari O'Neill. Ari is an amazing guitar player. She's played with Beyonce. She's played with Jay-Z. She's played with Lizzo. She's played with Alicia Keys, Ice Cube, NAO. The whole gambit. She is just a professional and an incredible talent. And I couldn't be more proud to have her as my 300th episode. So I just wanted to let you guys know that, like, this show has 300 episodes out there. That's incredible. Pizza Man, I think Pizza Man is having some technical issues. Something's wrong with my mic. That's okay. Mods, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, 300. It's all right, Pizza Jams. You know what? I know you can do it. We'll get you next time for sure. Brain check for sure, man, for sure. Yeah. And thank you for that sub. I really appreciate you subbing again. And also everybody who's subbed, you can go into the Discord and you can actually go and download a unreleased song that is going to be a release. It's going to be released coming soon. It's actually going to be a hip hop song. So you can check that out in the Discord right now. It's a sub perk. It's under the Fresh Fam. So go check that out. Does that include gifted subs? I think so. Yeah. As long as you're a sub, you should be able to get in there. Now, I know Pizza Man had a hard time earlier, but me and Reina sat there and we figured it out. So it was, Oh yeah, Pizza Guy left. Okay, no worries. Yeah, so I'm gonna leave the Discord and we will hit up. We will do this again next Friday. But what was the? So if you guys go to Fresh Fam in the Discord, there it is. That bass line, nice drive. Oh, thank you so much, Pizza Man. You guys want to hear it? You guys want to hear the song real quick? You guys want to hear like the beat? I'll play this. I was going to give y'all a Prime 1 in 5 days, but alas, I was subbed up. Yeah, you're good. Yeah, and you guys can actually download this. Just don't release it. Just don't release this shit. But this is but you can download this. This is just the beat, and if you guys want to rap over it or do whatever, that's fine. Just try not to release it before me. See how this goes. So this is just my idea behind this whole thing was that's what I said. The whole idea about this project that I'm working on is I'm trying to do like an old school funk meets hip hop. I'm not reinventing the wheel. I'm just feeling it. I want to solo on it. Yeah, you can solo on it, baby. Do your thing. Yeah, again, if you're sub to the channel, you can go and download this right now and you can play it on your stream. It's completely DCMA for now. And it's just an open beat basically that you can just slow. But a lot of things make me want to rap. Rapping on that beat. Rapping on that beat. We're rapping on the beat. Should I rap over it? Here we go. I'm gonna do a terrible job. We're just waiting for Wander to get into her stream. Yeah, motherfucker, up on the mic, licking my face, trying to get in a fight with your mama. Yeah, that's what I said. I'm gonna yell in her face and push her in her head. Nah, that's not me. I don't put my hands on women. It's not how I was raised. But I'll tell you, that's not how it happened. She came at me first, okay? That's what I'm trying to say. No, I'm just joking. That went bad, real bad. Real bad. I'm just joking. That was all bad jokes, everybody. Joe Mammy. I would never hurt your mother. I would never do anything to your mother. Maybe we'll try rapping again. Oh, she's not on yet. So obviously this is the hook. I don't even know what's going on. Yeah, we up in here. Do it again, do it again, do it again. Yeah, I don't know what's... I already shopped this out to a couple rapper friends. I don't know what they're gonna do to it, but they sure are taking their sweet ass time. It is a one-line anthem hook. Yeah, like Joe Mammy is not your mother. Joe Mammy's not your mother. Joe Mammy's not your mother. So there you go. I just want you guys to know that was all, that last part, that last bit there, that was all because I didn't know what else to do. I didn't have a bridge. So I just went and I was just like, I'll just make a whole new song. Who gives a shit? It's just a whole new song at the end of a song, and that will be the whole song. So, you know... That was a producer's quandary right there. All right. I'm trying to wait for Wonder, but I feel like she's taking too long. No, I'm just kidding. Let me see here. Do you guys want to hear another one? Another one? Make more? I got more. I got so much more. It's a ridiculous amount of music I have just sitting around my hard drives. Thanks, man. I appreciate that, guys. I'll put this other one up in there, too. I'll put this other one in there for you guys if you guys want to check it out. This one I actually am weird about playing for you guys because, to be honest, it was like, this is like, I'm really proud of it and I really want people to hear it. But I figured, why not let you guys hear it? Because I just wanted people to hear it for the first time. But fuck that. Let's just see how it goes. So it's another slow jammer. Yeah, mother. With that funk jam, with the funk spam, and I got ham, green eggs and ham, and I'm damned to the microphone cause I was this jam. Coming up like a player, looking like a fat kid who's running for some cake. But the cake, wanna eat it too. Gotta go out and get a couple doobies or two, smoke them down to the end so you can get high. That's what I'm trying to say to you, my guy. We're out here on Cypher Deluxe, getting rough, getting fucked, getting $1 million bucks, trying to make some money on that Dogecoin, Bitcoin, coin. Oh yeah, and then there's this part. Oh, thank you, Holden. I appreciate that. This beat actually pissed off the guy I sent it to. Like legit, like. He's a rapper I used to work with a lot and produce with, and he was like, at first I was like, why the fuck did he send me this? He was like mad, like I could just see him like sitting in his car, like, what the fuck is it? like cause he's like that kind of, he can have that kind of irrationality. Why the fuck would this motherfucker? But then he said he listened to it like 10 times. Yeah, he was like, I just had to listen to it like 8 or 9 or 10 times. And I'm like, dude, if you fucking hate the song, please don't rap over it. It's like, I want you to put love into it and not sit there and fucking shit on it. But, well, he's decided to do it. He's decided to do it. So I'll tell you why. I'll tell you, you'll see why this is not an easy song for a rapper. Maybe, I don't know. It just depends on your style, I guess. But coming up here, he's just like, why is this motherfucker sending me this shit? Reina, let me know when Wander goes up. Nah, this guy's not a whack rapper though. He's actually fantastic. Okay, this is why he got mad. This is why he was mad at me. Oh, Wander is live, everybody. So Wander is live. So we are going to hang over there. Hey, Harbinger man, what is up? No, it's okay. It's no worries, man. Oh, thanks, Behind the Suit. Holden, I appreciate that. Like pop level, you think so? You know what I was going after? I was going after Childish Gambino, Redbone. I was going not Childish. Is that his name? Oh my god. Did I just get that wrong? That is not Childish Gambino. Oh my god. I'm such an asshole. Wow. Who is that, everybody? Please, Redbone. Who did Redbone? Like the biggest hit in fucking the last 3 years. Stay Woke. Everything that made Stay Woke. Oh my god. Why am I not thinking of him? I love Childish. Oh, I was right. Oh, okay. Shit. Anyways, I was going for Redbone vibes. And then I got another song which is not done, but kind of is. So we'll play that another day. But for now, let's head on over to WonderTruly because she was such an awesome human being today, and I just loved hanging out with her. I'm so tired and out in left field. That's okay, Harbinger man. It's all good. I appreciate that you came through to say hi. Didn't know you had a synth. Yeah, I got several synths. I got lots of silly things. I just bought an electric drum set. I'm middle-aged and I bought an electric drum set. Oh, that's not the right one. Okay. All right, guys. We are not going to be back on Monday because I have a giant hole in my tooth right now. It's awful. So I have a dentist appointment on Monday, so I have to cancel. It's the soonest they could get me in. Thank you for dropping those raid calls, Reina. I appreciate that. And go ahead, copy the raid calls, copy the ones that apply to you. I don't know if you can do... I gotta, hold on. Let me sub my, I'm gonna sub my, my Streamlabs real quick so you guys can have the proper stuff. Thank you, Streamlabs. Okay, guys. Ducky Joes, it's okay. It's okay, Ducky. It's all good. Thank you for stopping by, though. We're going to go raid our guest today, who was WonderTruly. Thank you, guys. We'll be back next Friday with, oh my God, who is it? I only have a little bit of time. I'm about to run out of time. Who is it? Oh my God. It's Behind the Suit. Holden's going to be here. 3, 2, 1. I'll see you next week. Woo!